As in most of the global convenings, there's a lot of things going on here at COP16 in Biodiversity COP in Cali. A few things in terms of what we've been hearing. One is around digital sequencing. It's a very tricky business. Countries and stakeholders need to look into how the access and benefit sharing mechanism of the International Treaty on Plant Genetic Resources is being implemented. And it's useful for the discussions on DSI to take into account what are the challenges that is being faced by those who are involved in the ABS discussion and IPPGR, particularly for those who are in the forefront of biodiversity protection and management. The second one is around financing. Studies show that $7 trillion goes to fossil fuel subsidies and around $500 billion subsidies go to agricultural activities that are harmful to biodiversity, whereas biodiversity finance needs an estimated $1 trillion. Development finance to biodiversity is said to be around $1.5 billion, but need to look into tagging and labeling, as there can be a lot of double counting. Regardless, a small portion of this funding for biodiversity has nothing to do with food systems or has anything to do with food systems, considering that food systems contribute to 80% of biodiversity loss. The third point is around mainstreaming agroecology in national biodiversity strategy action plans. About 35 countries have submitted their NBSAPs for the moment. While there is a growing understanding as to why it is important to integrate agroecology to boost biodiversity, a lot of work still needs to be done to convince many of the transformative nature of agroecology and its capacity to address climate, biodiversity, and land targets, which are the focus of the 3 Rio Conventions. So, we all need to double down our efforts at the country level and in showing evidence, both experimental and experiential, in making our case for agroecology. To this, a guidance tool in integrating agroecology in NBSAPs was co-developed by coalition members WWF, BioVision Foundation, Global Alliance for the Future of Food, and Alliance Biodiversity SIAT to serve as a tool for countries to integrate their agroecology in their NBSAPs. Fourth, multi-stakeholder engagement. The civil society, especially farmer groups, indigenous parties, indigenous peoples, and local communities come and participate. We need to see them in the driving seat of policy conversations and organizations of priorities, and that should be taken into account. Efforts in building capacities is essential in financing their agroecology strategy and biodiversity-friendly initiatives. Their ask is as well to have direct access, if not manage financing, and making such mechanism simple and less bureaucratic. 5, at the country level, we have witnessed Colombia launching its National Agroecology Strategy, an interesting and welcome development in the ever-increasing country momentum and interest towards agroecology. The country is also poised to join the Agroecology Coalition soon. This is a wrap. Thanks for joining us.